Hi, I'm Sydney Radka, and welcome to another edition of FLX Weekly here at FingerLakes1.com. It is September 1st, 2021, and we are live inside the FingerLakes1.com studio, where I'm joined by Jim Sinicropi and Liz Comatis, the owner of Woody's Bar and Grill. Today's show is brought to you by Cafe 19, which is also located in Seneca Falls. We're keeping it very local today. Their products and services are abundant, offering breakfast, lunch, pastries, cakes, pies, and catering. They have assortments of teas and espresso drinks. Their products are always high quality, and they guarantee fresh and always local. You can go to xixcafe.com to order online, or you can check out their Facebook where they have specials that change weekly.
And in case you didn't know, XIX Cafe 19, that's a nod to the 19th Amendment for women's rights.
I just saw they posted something kind of cool about a Liberty Bell replica that'll be coming to.
Yes, there's a new. It's not the Liberty Bell. It's another bell replica. Geez, I should know more about it, but I'm drawing a blank. But that's going to be dedicated today, I think.
Today?
The Women's Hall of Fame.
Let's look. I'm going to pull it up real quick.
And there's also a lot of more statues, and there's actually 3 bells in total that are coming to Seneca Falls over the next year or so.
It's happening right now.
This second.
It's the Justice Bell. That's what they're calling it. The Justice Bell replica. But anyways, that's pretty cool, by the way. Well, welcome. We decided to have you come back on because we just haven't seen your face in a while.
It's been a while with the pandemic and closures and everything.
So we're going to figure out how you've been handling everything pretty much here on the show today.
First of all, Liz, Seneca Falls last night had a major water main break, which means boil water orders are in effect for everybody, and that's a huge inconvenience for residents, obviously, but it's got to be even worse if you're a restaurant. Like, how are you handling that?
I got the call last night about 9 o'clock, and we turned our ice machines off immediately and bagged what was in there, and then we've cleaned out the rest of the ice machine, and it's turned off now. When the ban is lifted, we'll have to drain the lines and, sanitize the machine and run it again. It also affects the soda guns, so, there's no soda coming through the gun.
So obviously get bottled products?
We're going to have to go, purchase, bottled sodas.
Pain in the ass.
We won't be serving water with dinner unless somebody requests it. We do have some bottled water, but obviously we're not prepared to, have bottled water available for everybody.
And, throw that on top of the struggles of, like, you had the pandemic and being able to just deal with all of that. You're like, oh, let me go buy a whole bunch of cases of water. Let me go buy cans of soda. Let me go throw more money into the business.
Speaking of, the pandemic and Woody's, you guys did a great job throughout of staying not fully open, but whether it was pickup and delivery and then outdoor dining, you really did everything you could to kind of keep things going, which obviously restaurant business is a difficult business to begin with, and you throw a pandemic in, but what I think one thing that really helped people get through the darkest days of the shutdown was services like that you offered, so people could still get a nice dinner or bring it home, and that became something. But just your thoughts on now that we're hopefully kind of coming out of things, and how that all was for your business and how the whole experience was.
It was definitely a challenge. We had only been open for about a year and a half when it happened, so we were on that, building our momentum, and if some good things came out of it. We did our outdoor dining, which we never would have done before. Last year, if you remember, we just had 5-gallon buckets and yellow caution tape. Because it was a last-minute thing. But this year we put a little bit more thought into it. And we built a fenced-in patio with lights, and we had never really been a big takeout place before, so we've increased our takeout offerings.
Oh yeah.
And DoorDash, which has its pros and cons either way.
You get a lot of that though.
It's hit and miss. It definitely brings in people that either can't come to pick it up themselves, or people in the area that just will use the app and pull up a restaurant, if they're not from around here.
Makes sense.
So you mentioned pros and cons. What are some of the cons from your perspective?
The labor shortage, which it's real. It's we're, knock on wood, we're fully staffed if everybody shows up and doesn't need a day off for something. We're only open 4 days a week because we work really hard those 4 days.
Of course.
And I would rather have my team on their A game all 4 days than try and be open 5 or 6 days and have quality suffer. Supply is, it's hard. Chicken wings I've gone from, I think they were like $92 a case pre-pandemic, and they were up to $156 a case the last time I ordered them. I've taken them off the menu. The quality wasn't there. They were inferior quality.
Yeah.
And
It's so sad too, especially something like chicken wings that that your staff loves to promote.
right,
loves
Marshall
to
was so
make.
bummed.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
We still have boneless wings. You
They'll
can
be
get the blue
back
bayou
eventually.
sauce. Yeah, eventually. I think
Right.
hopefully after the, I think they're going to go up a little bit higher with football starting up.
True.
Oh my
Demand
The
goodness.
prices on everything have gone through the roof, and it's
Now,
it's,
do you get pushback from customers when you have to pass along the price like that? Because it's like, somebody will get wings they're used to paying whatever they're paying. Now they're paying 50% more, or sometimes more, and
Right.
they start to get mad about it.
right. There's definitely a break-even point or a limit that I can only raise my prices so much and
course.
still get people in the door. So trying to find that happy point of where what can I charge to still make a profit without getting people upset.
I love actually having like someone like you in, because it brings a perspective, I feel like, maybe to people that they just don't think about, like on it, obviously because they're not running a restaurant business, but you see more restaurants every day putting up signs that are so sad that says like, "You're lucky we have servers, like please be nice to them."
Right.
Like people
84
don't
Fall
think
in
about
downtown
that.
Seneca Falls has been closed.
Right.
Yeah.
They can't find
I think
people to
Parker's
work.
has some issues
Parker's
like
in
that
Newark,
too right
I
now.
think, is closed. They brought their
horrible.
Newark staff to Geneva,
Huh.
and it's
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 nuts.
real, and like you had to say, even on air, like it's real. People are like, "Oh, there's thousands of people that will work." Like, no, there's actually not.
Right.
There's
Especially in the
thousands of
restaurant
people that
industry.
are able to work,
Right.
but they're
Correct.
not willing to.
and hopefully with unemployment, the
Yeah.
extra unemployment running out this week,
People will want to
we'll
get
see.
back. Yeah.
But it makes me wonder, what quality worker they're going to be if they were willing to live off the
Right.
system for this long.
Yeah.
Especially after, basically having a year vacation,
Right.
and making more money maybe than they would have if they worked. Now all of a sudden you got to go back. That does not lead to a motivated workforce.
course.
Exactly.
It's-
That's horrible. What a time to own a business. Like, I bet you're feeling, obviously, hopefully, you notice how resilient you are, like, with all of this. As business owners, small, local business owners, like, that's a big thing you had to take on.
Well, like I said, you never close. You you offer different ways people could get food, and so yeah, you're absolutely resilient.
I definitely have to remind myself of that sometimes because some
Right,
days
when
I
you're
wake up and I
stressed.
think, even last night, when I got the notification about the
Like what next?
the boy, I thought, really, what else could happen? you know?
Right.
But when I stop and think about it, we're pretty fortunate. There's so many restaurants across the country that have closed permanently.
Yeah.
And, like I said, we're not open the same hours that we were open before, but the staff that I have is loyal and dedicated, and the customers that
thing.
we have a great customer base. I see stories on Facebook about, other restaurant owners that I know posting copies of reviews, how, it was such poor service and this and that, and they screamed at the server, and, we haven't seen much of that here, so I'm thankful for that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's sad to see when people really can't just be human for a minute.
Right.
But, that's like,
Well, I think people go in
Far
and they're
and
just so
few.
focused on only their individual experience without
yeah.
seeing the big picture. And yes, they should focus on that. They should have a good experience. But I marvel when I go to a restaurant that's packed, that is able to provide the quality food, the good service in the
Right.
midst of all this, because in that kitchen that things are intense, and that waitress or waiter who's waiting on your table might have been on their feet for 5 or 6 hours, and
Not having a chance to go to the bathroom or
and dealing
Exactly.
with disgruntled sometimes
People in general.
So yeah, I definitely. I like to, when I go to places, just kind of look how the business is running, and you have an appreciation for ownership, for the kitchen staff and for the wait staff and the bar staff, whatever it is.
Right.
If you really understand what's going on, it's pretty impressive when someone can pull it off, when a place can pull it off.
Say it loud for the people in the back. Yeah.
And you go into restaurants nowadays and you see, they have an entire station that's not open, and well, why do I have to wait for a table? You got 8 tables right there. Well, I could put you there, but no one's gonna come wait on you.
Right, you're gonna want to wait longer.
You're not gonna get your food because we're short 2 people in the kitchen and we can only serve X amount of people at a time now. And so they see the empty table and they don't realize why it's empty.
Mm-hmm.
That's just not using common sense, which is a thing. Anyways,
it's not very common.
Let's talk about. We talked about some negative things. Let's talk about some positive things. We're still open. You're still able to now do live music, which is super big right now in the Finger Lakes. You're doing other things like trivia. Like, what else can people see from you, like, on a weekly basis?
So we do trivia every Wednesday night with
I made you show the play.
Paradise Entertainment.
Yep. Oh, Ken?
Yes.
Nice.
And that starts at 6:30. The space is limited. We do still try to keep tables a little bit, apart because they're larger parties and they're up and down from their tables. So rather than cramming them all in, so we ask, for reservations to be made for that. But we have a nice size group that we've been averaging 30 to 35 people every week for that.
That's great.
Thursday nights we do a $21 prime rib dinner special.
I didn't know that you still were doing that.
Well, it was back before all this. It used to be $15.
Right. Oh well.
But
makes sense. Still a $21 meal. That's prime rib. I think that's a pretty good price if you ask me. So you're able to still keep that at a lower price.
Yep. And then we have live music every Friday night. We have been fortunate this summer to have about half of it actually play outside on the patio. Last summer we had such a beautiful summer. I think we had every music event outside. We're hoping to be able to get that, at least through September to continue with the warmer weather and have music every Friday night. And even when it does move inside, we will continue to have it as long as we're able to.
And you do pretty good keeping everybody up to date on your social medias. You do good with adding things on our Finger Lakes One platform. You're pretty much all over the place, so people can find you pretty easy.
I hope so.
And
I try.
Yeah.
I hope it's not for nothing.
People can find you easy, and you're still offering things that are normal. In the norm, so we can get out and enjoy ourselves, because there is that kind of thing going on right now where people don't know what's going to happen in the near future. I hope nothing crazy like it was in the last year, but...
Right. No, I don't foresee that.
I don't think there'll be major shutdowns like there were, but I could see there being...
some mandates.
Large gathering restrictions or occupancy restrictions. Mask mandates. We've already taken, we started a couple weeks ago where our staff is wearing masks again just to... to protect. We deal with a lot of people coming in from the hotel, coming in from other areas. True. We don't know where they're coming from.
Right.
So we're just taking the extra precautions to protect ourselves and others.
Slow spread of the Delta variant. You can be vaccinated and still carry, obviously. Right. As vaccinated, I'm vaccinated. I'm not concerned for my well-being anymore, but can I carry that over to someone who has an autoimmune disease, or can you give it to someone who's under 13 years old and hasn't been able to get vaccinated? Right. For the adults that haven't get vaccinated, I don't really have much concern.
Yeah, right. So you actually are doing still some banquets, if you can, right?
Yep.
For the time being.
As of right now, we actually have 2 planned for this weekend, and then we have the Pathway House Gala coming up in a couple weeks. Little plug for them. They're still selling tickets if you're interested. And we have a couple other larger events going on between now and the end of the year. We're planning a New Year's Eve bash with the Dean's List. Hopefully we can continue that.
Isn't that crazy that that's on her radar already? And really, if you think about it realistically, that's right around the corner. Holiday season
it's
already.
4 months away. We're closer to that than we are to, I was going to say Memorial Day, but we're not quite as close to New Year's as Memorial Day. But it's almost equidistant here.
Well, that's, we're in the restaurant business or event business. We're always at least a season ahead.
Yep.
Of course.
We have to start planning. I've been pushing, Christmas party since July.
Oh, yeah, Christmas in July. That's the thing. And you do the private dining for small groups, too.
Yep. We have the hotel, what used to be their breakfast room. We've kind of taken over at nighttime, and we have the little alcove room that seats about 12 to 15 people.
Nice.
And then we have the upper level of that room that we could seat. We could probably do 30 people in
so
there.
if people want to do that, is there a different way, or can they just call the restaurant?
They can just call and reserve it, and
Okay. Love it.
What time does trivia night start tonight?
6:30.
6:30 trivia night. If you have never gone to a trivia night and you get a group of your friends, it's a lot of fun.
It is. They have a good time.
I think I've done it once on accident. I ended up at a place that was having trivia, but I've never been good enough to plan it out and be like, oh my goodness, we should go and try and do this.
The teams that come are, they're diehards. They
Ready to go.
every Wednesday night, we have a couple groups that started off as 4, and now they're up to they have 10 people that come with them every week.
Oh,
and,
that's fun.
they have a good time.
Is there prizes to be won with trivia? That's how naive I am. Do they go and just do it to be the team with the most points, or do they get?
They do get prizes. There's first, second, and third prize, which is a gift certificate from us,
which is nice,
right?
And
they're not huge prizes. You're not winning a new car or anything, but just especially in today's day where there's not we've missed an entire year of socialization. It's just nice to have something to do.
Of course, yeah, absolutely, and win a prize for doing something that you enjoy. That's not going to be too challenging,
right.
But then you can come back and use that gift card.
Right.
See, so that's great. You always have a lot of things going on. And like you said, it's good to have that dedicated staff. So what are your actual hours now that you're running?
So now we do Wednesday and Thursday. Well, we open at 5 o'clock Wednesday through Saturday. The kitchen usually closes around 8 during the week, 9 on the weekends. If there's traffic, we stay open later.
Of course.
The bar stays open as late as people are in there drinking.
Right. Mm-hmm. So Wednesday through Saturday is your hours.
Right, those are the nights that we open. Yep.
Okay, yeah. So no Monday, no Tuesday, Wednesday through Saturday. You can get some good prime rib. You can get some other great items.
Pretty much
that are
the
on the menu.
signature.
Yeah.
The prime rib. What
is your favorite on your menu?
Probably the chicken Florentine.
Oh, that sounds like a good. Isn't that I never thought to ask is that what your go-to is if you're going to have a meal there?
And how often do you eat there?
Yeah, it's interesting.
I go home a lot of nights. I joke I go home and have a bowl of cereal because I forget.
Last night. What's
running,
your favorite kind of cereal?
Whatever hasn't been opened yet because the kids open it and don't close it all the way. So whatever isn't stale. Hopefully we have milk too.
All right.
But no, that's the chicken Florentine, but I nibble. I'll walk by. I'll have a piece of celery that goes with the boneless wings, or a French fry, and then so I'm not hungry during the shift, and I go home like,
isn't
I
that
never
funny?
really ate anything.
Right. I have a whole menu in front of me, and I still go home and I eat my cereal.
Yeah.
That's the life of a business owner.
Exactly.
I guess with that.
I had cereal last night too.
What did I have
O's.
last night?
You ever have O's?
I have.
Yeah. It's like Captain Crunch, but with oats in the middle of the O's.
Really? So it's like the healthier, kind of the adult version of Captain?
It's not healthier.
No, because I love Captain Crunch. I could do that.
It tastes like Captain Crunch, but it has some oats in it too. I don't really, it's not one of my favorites, but that's what I had because it was unopened and I knew it would be fresh, and I pretty much ate the whole box.
Wow, cereal is a timeless classic that I could eat all day, every day, honestly.
I do just want to say too, when we're talking about my hours, this Saturday night and then the 18th, we won't be open for dinners because of the banquets that we have.
Oh, okay.
The bar will be open. We'll have some light, the pretzel sticks and popcorn chicken tenders. We'll have some light foods available, but the actual dining room won't be open for full dinners because we don't have the staff to do that yet.
And people can see that. I'm sure you'll have that up on your Facebook.
Yep, it's on our Facebook page. It's on our website.
Who do you have coming in this weekend for music?
This week is Pages Torn. I honestly haven't heard them either.
Oh, first time.
First time they'll be coming in. Trying to get some different. We're in a small area, so you see a lot of the same people week after week, and so I thought we'd try and get some new blood in and some different. I like the sound of that, and again, that's another thing that's just kind of coming back to this, with the reopening, I guess if you want to call it that. But live music was really gone for a year.
Was.
Yeah,
it was so sad.
So. Yep, good to be getting back to normal. And it's Labor Day weekend.
Oh, it is. Wow. Got any exciting things going on for Labor Day weekend?
A couple of banquets.
Right. Yeah. Any you time?
Probably not.
No?
We have my youngest will start school next Tuesday, so
Already.
the other two are in college, so maybe last minute little shopping, making sure, finishing her book report that was supposed to be turned in last week.
Is it? Are they going back full time right now?
Full time in person with masks.
Okay. Yeah, because I didn't know. I haven't paid attention really to what it's going to be like for the schools districts around here. So that'll be interesting.
It will. It's especially with the younger. I mean, she's older, but the ones under 12 being in a classroom environment, not being vaccinated, might be,
Yeah.
Nice.
a little scary.
But yeah, Labor Day, we want to hear what the weather's going to be like.
Sure do.
Because we certainly today have experienced a bit of a change in the weather. It's cool out today. It's been so hot for so many weeks. So humid.
Yeah, very humid.
That's kind of making its way out. And we're going to have a more fall-like weekend on tap.
Oh, boy.
Friday looks like a fantastic day. Partly sunny with a high near 71. So wear a windbreaker. Wear pants or shorts.
I'm wearing a sweater.
Exactly.
And then if you're speaking of sweater, you might want to definitely pack a sweater Friday night if you got plans outdoors. Partly cloudy with a low around 54.
Sheesh.
And then Saturday, the pick day of the week. And for me, mostly sunny, high near 77. And then heading into Sunday, you might see some morning rain, 50% chance of rain, otherwise mostly cloudy with a high near 78. And then Labor Day itself, Monday, right now it's still a little ways away, so it could change, but right now they're saying 40% chance of showers, otherwise partly sunny with a high near 76. And if we can keep it in the 70s, I'm a happy
That would be
guy.
beautiful. I agree.
We were just talking before we went on air, like, we love summer. We are summer girls, but we love fall too. So it's like,
it's our birthday.
Yeah, I know. I was like, October, it's our season's coming up, but
A lot of good things in fall.
There
Labor
is.
Day weekend means football's coming back.
Yep.
This fall in the Finger Lakes is the best place in the world.
It's
to
beautiful.
Right, yeah.
And then, if you're a fan of Christmas or Thanksgiving or Halloween, those are all on tap. And
October. We're October babies. We're the same birthday. Did you know that?
Yep.
Oh, really?
Actually,
Yeah.
I think the last show we did was on our birthday.
Oh, yeah, because we got
flowers sent. And yep.
Yeah, that's how long ago it's been since
so
you've
it had
been
to be
here?
2 years ago.
That was 2 years ago.
Yep.
Dang. I love that. I'm very excited that your pick day was Saturday because I am having my first party at my house. I usually have a lot of parties at my house. My first one of the summer because life. And
people are so busy.
Yeah. And people are making a joke. It's like my fourth wedding, but it's just a party. But I'm celebrating I'm finally wrapping up all my wedding stuff thanks to COVID. So it's going to be a perfect day for that. And I'm very excited. Are you doing anything exciting?
It's Club Championship weekend at the Seneca Falls Country Club, so I'm going to play in that and hopefully try to win that. Other than that, I'm not sure. I kind of wait and see what happens there. I know that tonight my daughter's soccer team, Minders girls soccer team, opens up their season against Byron Virgin, so I'll be there at 6:30, and then they play again Thursday. So I'm very excited about that. Mm-hmm. And life is good.
Life is good. September 1st already. Labor Day weekend, like you said. Everything that's going on with you seems great. You're surviving or you're thriving, getting through.
We are.
This.
We made it through the toughest times, so we just have to stay focused and keep moving forward.
Do you get spillover from Del Lago at all? Do you ever notice anybody from the casino makes their way down?
Prior to COVID, yes.
Yeah, so maybe that will
not as much
now.
Especially people would stay at the Quality and because the rates were so much cheaper, and they would come in before and have a couple of drinks at $5 or $6 a pop instead of going out there and paying $10 or $12.
Right. That makes sense.
And with shows coming, Del Lago has shows scheduled all through the next several months, big time, national acts, and so I can see someone coming in for dinner and then heading down to the show.
Right.
So.
You just reminded me. I just saw Del Lago posted that Carbonara guy from TV who does magic and crazy stuff. He's gonna be at Del Lago, and I was I kind of want to go to that, but I'll be gone when he's here. I think it's October 9th or something, but. Yeah.
Where are you going?
I'm supposed to go to Philly for the weekend with some of my friends. We'll see if that,
It's hard to make any plans for anything.
Yeah, it's where I want to go, but it's hard to do that. But I'm really glad that we brought you on.
It was nice to be here.
Everybody go check out your Facebook. You keep that very updated with everything that's going on. I wish you the best of luck moving into fall. It's a great season to keep having some good food and some good music.
Thanks so much for having me.
You're welcome.
Thanks,
and really, that's the time we have. So thank you again to everybody that was watching. If you enjoyed the show, you can click like, you can share with your friends, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we will be back again next Wednesday. And until then, have a great weekend here in the Finger Lakes.
Holiday weekend.
Woo, yeah.